Hey everybody, welcome to Love and Reload, the voice of the relocation industry. I am your host, Ben Cross, and I'm so blessed and honored to be here with my good friend, Erin Almand from Reindeer Logistics. What's going on, Erin?
Listen, I will tell you, just to be honest, I was backstage jamming to your opening tunes. That's a good vibe.
It's
I'm
got a little
rocking.
funk
Yeah.
to it. It's a little something,
Got me a
right?
little psyched for this
Hey,
dialogue.
hey,
Yeah.
yeah. Hit that like button, get in the comments. Let us know if you like the intro. We made that a couple years ago.
Yeah.
People want to know how they can get their picture in the intro. I'm like, that was a lot of work. I don't know if I'm trying to recut this thing every season, I
Yeah,
mean,
no, that would be a lot of work. I mean, there's some great classic moments in there too. I mean, it's becoming a classic.
yeah, I don't know if I can do all that. Get in the
I don't
comments
know.
here, hit that like button. Aaron, it's so good to have you on the show. It's just like
Oh,
home
sweet
cooking, It's
thing.
so good to
I mean
have
to
you on
tell
there.
you, good pair of slippers to slide in, right? That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah. I love it. I love
Yeah.
it. So good to have you here. And yeah, get in the comments, y'all. We're talking cars, but we're talking so much more. We got some cool Move for Hunger stuff happening. We got the holidays around the corner.
So much happening right now.
Yeah, a lot going on here. Katie Garcia checking in. Can't wait to watch you shine, Aaron Almond. Look at
Oh,
that.
bless her heart. I'm gonna owe her cash later. You know that? It's gonna be a
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. Katie's a
Yeah,
doll. We love Katie so much.
she isn't. She's the best.
And Taylor Heidemann checking in. Oh, this is going to be a hot one.
You know it's gonna be juicy. It's gonna be spicy.
Spicy. Let's go.
Spicy. Let's go.
Talk to us real quick though. What's going on with Move for Hunger and the repelling?
Listen, this is some seriously good stuff, and I did a little bit of stat work here. I prepped for this visit,
Thank
Ben.
God one of us did for the
Well, I
love.
know somebody's got to come to the table as a grown up. I'm choosing it to be me, right?
Always was
So,
you.
I've been checking this out like the other day. I mean, yes, when it came up for Move for Hunger, and Move for Hunger is near and dear your heart and my heart for a number of
Hmm.
years, many, many years.
Yep.
And when this opportunity presented itself, I had mixed emotions about it. I love the idea, but the thought of me doing it, not so much, right?
It
Like, I
scared
mean,
the hell out of me when Adam told me about it. I'm
yeah,
like, boy, what kind of crane you got?
seriously. And I
Trying
will
to get me
tell you,
off the side of a building.
it's nuts, right? And I will just say that because I'm vertically challenged, all of 5 foot tall, the height just seems huge, right?
Uh-huh.
So I
Yeah.
watched Gronk the other day. I'm a big football fan. Watched Gronk
Yeah.
the other day, and he did it for the veterans. I'm like, I'm really proud of this cause, and I can do this. I can get over my fear. But what I
Yes.
realized when I watched him coming down was that it was 5 stories. So I wanted to tell you on the 18th, which is the Music City drop in Nashville, Tennessee, timed with the CMAs.
Yep.
It's actually going down the Omni Hotel, 20 stories. And I
20
am,
stories.
yeah, 20 stories.
That's a
So
lot of stories.
it's a lot of stories, but I'm a visual person, right? So I'm like, what exactly does that mean? So it is literally the same height as the Statue of Liberty without the base.
Don't give Adam ideas, okay? Because next
Well,
year we're gonna be
exactly.
going off that at the Statue of Liberty.
That's the next one. But for me, it is the length of 3 football fields end to end. Now, I
So
will
now,
tell you, I'm likely to be wearing Depends that day. I just want to be
I,
honest.
I don't know if I can walk 3 football fields, much less to rappel down 3 football fields, okay? Maybe it'd be easier for me because I got gravity on my side. But what possessed you to rappel? For people out there who don't know, get in the comments, y'all. Hit that like button right now. We
Yeah.
got Daisy checking in. Hi from Global HQ to the one and only Erin Almond.
Back
Yes,
love, right?
yes.
So I will tell you, I would like to tell you that my motivation was really for the cause, which ultimately it is. But for those that do not know my lovely CEO, Debbie Boyce, who I want it on the record, and if she's listening, I'm probably going to be in trouble, but she is actually shorter than I am. But she taunted me. So she challenged me. So she
That's
is
leadership
going
right
to be
there.
absolutely. So she will be doing it with me, just so you know. And we
Oh,
actually have our COO that will be joining us as well. Michael
Wow.
Stevens will be joining us as well. And, I really am appreciating his commitment because he'll be rappelling next week, and having his wife and he will be having a baby the following week. So I'm impressed with his commitment.
Wow. That's incredible. Hit that like button, get in the comments. Tell us, would you rappel down a building 20 stories? Is there a maximum amount of stories? Is it a hard no for you? Would you be like, I'll do 1 story, I'll do 2 stories? 20 stories seems crazy, but you're doing it with your boss and you got a couple people from the team doing it. Let me ask you, I gotta know, have you practiced rappelling before, Erin?
So just to be clear, I have never rappelled.
I mean,
will
you've
be a
repelled
rookie
many people
repeller.
in person.
That is a fact, but this is different, they say.
But physically down a building, I've never seen you rappel them sideways like this before.
No, that is the truth. That is not practice. I have been assured that it is something that I can do. There probably will be that moment at the top where I may feel like it's a no-go and I just need someone to just toss me off, which was part of my campaign for my, fundraising. But, I've suggested to Adam that it would be lovely if we had Dwayne Johnson, or for those of you that know The Rock, if he was there, I would be, thanks for bringing the people's eyebrow, I would be so motivated. I mean, I'd probably do more stories.
No, if The Rock was there, you wouldn't get off the roof. You'd be just sitting there talking to Dwayne.
Hey, how you doing? Exactly, right? So I do want to add a few things here, right? So the overall goal for this is $100,000. And what that means in meals, Ben, is 600,000 meals.
Wow.
That's a big number, right?
That's a huge number.
To date, now keep in mind, this is just next week. So folks, seriously, I'd love for you to get engaged, but we are right now at $70,000 to that $100,000 goal.
Wow.
I can share with you that for me personally, my goal is 2,500 as an individual. And to date, I am at 1,125. So this is a terrible, shameless, blatant plug. Ben, I don't know if you have my donation page, but those of you.
Do we have Erin's donation page? Sammy, can we get Erin's donation page?
That up?
Erin, do you know your donation page? Is this a process issue? Is that what we're... Can we Google Erin Almand's donation page for...
I think, you know what? I can actually put it here in the chat, Ben. Listen,
there we go. Let's put it in the chat.
I got this for you, right? So I'm going to plug this.
Yes, while you're doing that, we're going to read some comments here. Check in with us. Get in the comments here. Hit that like button. Would you rappel off a 20-story building to feed hungry people? Caroline Cook says, absolutely. She says, I love to rock climb and rappel. Bless you. It takes all types. Sure. Katie Garcia says, love you. Hard pass. Hannah Lane says, I love Team Reindeer Logistics. Does not care to comment on the question. I understand. She pleads the fifth. She's more of a, I'm on the ground cheering you on, sister. Yep, love that. Stan Baker, sending love from the ATL. What's up, Stan? Awesome seeing you in Omaha and Salt Lake City.
Sweet.
A couple weeks ago. Yeah, it was good seeing Stan. And Katie says, hi, I'm down the road in Frisco. Can't wait to hear about this experience. Cheering you on from the ground, Erin. You got a lot of ground love.
I have a lot of ground love, honestly. I really do. And, but no, I'm excited, Ben. I'm a little nervous. Debbie keeps updating me that the forecast that day was 56% chance of rain, and again, I've been rethinking like what shoes look like or whatever. And so I'm trying not to overthink this, but no, I'm excited. This will be one of those bucket list things. And as I can share for those of all, and I'd like to, if I can in a minute, give a shout out to those that have donated. But I've asked that at least one responsible person, if for some reason I wasn't to make it, to be sure and clear my browsing history, because that's really important.
Is that Erin's job or someone else? Whose job is who do we trust enough but not too close to?
I volunteer Kate Houston.
Okay.
She needs to clear my browsing history. Yeah. So
this is really where you get to be introspective and think about life and what's important to you and Who's
It's
going
the
to be
truth.
going down the wall with you? Who's going to be on the ground cheering you on? Who do you
That's
want to be
right.
at the top on the roof that maybe you say goodbye to at the, right before you go down the side of it? And there's a
Absolutely.
lot
It's a
of
full
thoughts.
circle moment. Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you would indulge me, I want to thank and
Yes.
shout out Vince Barano, Katie Garcia, Erica Jewett, Emily Kozabowski, which congratulations on that new gig at EDC. Brooke
Yes.
Hathaway, Lynn Conway, Chris Garlinger, Andrew Cheek, Bob Gallucci, and Kevin Aikenbauer, and my lovely mother for all your donations. Some of you are motivated by your heart. I think some of you may have been motivated to push me off the building. Either way, I'm okay with it. But thank you.
That is the biggest donor get to push you. Is that it?
It should
I
be that
love
way,
it.
right?
I love it. This is great. People are so excited. You've inspired so many folks here. This is great. Get in the comments here. Let's cheer Erin on. Hit that like button. If you're on LinkedIn right now, Sammy has put the link to Erin's donation page in the comments there. So go ahead and donate. And if we see any donations come through, we'll give you an extra shout out on the show. How
You
about
know
that?
what? Absolutely. And thanks for that. I'm excited, Ben. If we do this again next year, I'm going to volunteer you. What do you think about that?
I don't think they make harnesses that big. I talked to Adam about this, and I did a quick Google search, very, very quick Google search. It took about 2 seconds. I allocated to the Google search, and did not find a proper harness. But I definitely volunteered to be there commentating. Yeah, so
I love
yeah,
it.
I'm proud of you guys. Honestly, it was funny when Adam first talked about it to me, and he was trying to convince me or someone I knew to do it. He was looking for a couple of people, and I mean, how many of y'all are doing this now?
You know what? There are so many. I couldn't even tell you how many it is, but it just really genuinely it warms my heart because, well, one, people probably overcoming their fear of heights to do this, and two, but just understanding that the value and the reason why, it's huge. And I think that this is that time of year as we approach Thanksgiving and the holidays. We've done so many telethons together, Ben, and what have you, that you just don't realize the fact and what happens with food insecurity, how many people it really touches. And, I think that sometimes we don't realize how close to us it actually is. A few years ago, when I was with another company, one of the people that worked for me at the time, lovely, lovely woman, Tracy Gunn, shout out to you, Tracy. But, she shared a story of where she personally had to rely on, food banks and things for a difficult and challenging period in our life. So I think that, again, it's such a worthy cause. And I think people are having additionally new challenges, right? And to be
Yeah.
sensitive to that. And it's such a worthy cause that it's very humbling to see so many people willing to jump off a building to support this effort.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. Hannah says 50 plus repellers
Propeller.
bravely doing this to support Move for Hunger. Wow, that's a lot of folks.
It really is.
Good Lord, that's a
It
lot
really
of
is.
folks.
Yeah.
No, I totally agree. I had the great pleasure last week of volunteering at Minnie's Food Pantry here in Dallas. It was my first time doing it. My team has done it many times, and I've always been a supporter and all the things I've done with Move for Hunger. And I've actually never personally gone to Minnie's. I'd done North Texas a couple times, but I'd never done Minnie's. And I went, and it just has its own vibe. It's so cool. But it was so just enriching and uplifting, and you almost forget how amazing it is. And anyway, but afterwards I went and took my mom to lunch and sat down, and I'm at a pub, and the server, she's like, "Hey, how's your day going?" I was like, "It's going great. I was just at Minnie's Food Pantry, and I was volunteering. It was so wonderful." She's like, "I go there," and it hit me. Like, you go there, like you go there to volunteer, or you go there to, yeah, I didn't ask, but I'm just like, it left me thinking, and I'm like, you're right. Food insecurity is all around us, and we don't
It is
even
all
know
around
it.
us. Absolutely. And I think that, again, the fact that we can reach so many people with the efforts like this and support this. I mean, 600,000 meals, that's a lofty goal, but I have every bit of confidence in this network and this community of such kind and good, loving people that we're going to hit it.
Yeah.
And if you help
I
me
love
hit
it.
my goal, I need to beat Debbie. Those of you get out there and donate to my page because I like a competitive spirit. And it could be the difference in who's wearing the GoPro down the building.
Okay.
So I'm
Yeah.
just saying, we got to get out there.
I love
So
that. I love that. Cole says minis was an eye opener with how many people showed up. Yeah, Cole,
yeah,
there was like
it's good
20
stuff.
folks. It was awesome.
Yeah.
So amazing. Thank you, Cole. It was so wonderful to serve next to you as well. So hit that link. It's at the bottom there. It's also in the comments. Thank you, Sammy, for putting that in there. We'll check back in at the end of the show and see who's gone ahead and actually donated. And we'll give you an extra shout out, give you and your company a shout out. So feel free to whip out that company card and make it a business expense because we're going to give you a
Hey, I
little.
love it.
We're going to give you a little sponsorship is what we're going to do. So it's a business expense. Yeah, we'll check
I
in with
love
you.
it.
But Erin, I want to talk a little about some work stuff too, because
Let's do that.
I like to call you the queen of cars. That's what I like to call you, the queen of cars. I do.
That's one
I
of the
do.
nicer names I've been called.
Yeah,
I
I do.
I
I call
appreciate
Tim
that.
I call Tim Hughes the king of crates, and I call Erin Almand the queen of cars. I'm not sure if I've been drinking today, but that's just what I say. Okay.
I love it. Well, I take that
Hmm.
as an honor. And you know what? Yeah, I've been moving cars for a long time, Ben.
Yeah,
You
and I'm
know,
excited. You're at Reindeer. You're
yeah,
at a great company, and
it
and
is.
you and Debbie and now Katie are kicking butt. I know it. And tell us kind of what you're working on and what's cooking in your world.
Oh my gosh, there's so many neat things happening at Reindeer right now. It's one of those things where you have that lull in time, through your peak season. And again, Reindeer's done a great job, in my opinion. One of the reasons I really wanted to be a part of this organization is the fact that they've done such a brilliant job of diversifying business. And, those of us that have been in this relo space for some time understand that diversity is really the key right now. When we look at this
Hmm.
market, you've got to find new and innovative ways to be relevant and to participate when reloads are not like they used to be. I mean, if you think about how long, I'm going to put you in this category, even though you're like my work child. But, when you think about how long we've been in this space, Ben, the evolution of relocation is so different than where we
Yeah,
started for so many different reasons.
yeah.
So there's a lot of things going on really great at Reindeer, and some of them involve corporate relo, some of them involve some of our other services with fleet and our international shipping and things like that. But the biggest thing that I'm mostly excited about also is some of the scariest stuff. It's our technology integration. So we are heavy into a tech stack right now that, we roll out the beginning of January, what that allows us to do, the flexibility. Again, everything focused on what that customer experience is going to be and how we can create that value. I'm pretty deeply involved in a Salesforce integration.
Okay.
And yeah, bad, good, or
How
indifferent, I'm going to
is that fun or not? Because sometimes
I love
that's
it.
like a blessing and a curse. Those things can be pretty hairy.
Well, I love it. Now, my team, I can't say the same because, I get a little bit weird about it, but I geek out over things like this, right? So for me, it's like I can't get enough of it. But when you start looking at opportunities like that, where you can change, what that experience is, you can customize things, you can make it flexible, so you can create that experience, and you start utilizing that externally and internally. It's just really exciting. Now, is it a lot of work? You better believe it, right? Because I think the benefit to me is when you go through a integration like this, is that you really get an opportunity to rethink everything that you do. As you start to develop that out, you're like, okay, do we do this? Why do we do this? You go through those 7 whys. And so that part has been really fun. And I know it sounds really weird, but I love it. I really do. So that's what we've got really on our plate right now.
How long does it take to go through a Salesforce implementation like that? Because I know I was talking to Weichert, they went through something massive like that where we were Salesforce based a couple years ago. They felt like it gave
Yeah.
them a competitive advantage. I know it's a big deal. How long does something like this take from
Yeah.
vetting? I mean, we're even looking at CRMs too. If Daisy's watching the show right now, I mean, so I'm kind of curious for a lot of reasons.
Oh, that's a great question, Ben. Yeah, so Weichert, they did roll out their Salesforce application, Weichert Go, and Dave Benzavingo and I have talked a lot about what that looks like because Salesforce in particular, and this is not a Salesforce commercial. However, Salesforce, if you'd like to send Ben and I any kind of opportunities or swag, we're cool with that. But all things aside, kidding.
No, really. If you want to sponsor the show, Salesforce, holler at me. I'm here.
But if you think about Salesforce more as a platform or a system of truth versus a CRM, and I think that's the idea or the mindset that people get about Salesforce. But when you think about it, I mean, it's this huge global organization that understands the need of business in general, right? So when you think about it, and the way I like to explain it is that Salesforce is, if you've ever played with Legos, it's that foundational block that you build the pillars and the Legos on. It's a platform that allows so much integration, and there's so many different applications that you can apply to that allow your business to function. So again, depending on what your unique need is. Now, my personal philosophy about Salesforce is the more that you can leave intact, the better it runs, right? So again, I'm a firm believer in educating and training staff and keeping simple systems, right? Put your money in your people, not your software necessarily. But if you start thinking in concepts like that, I mean, you literally can have, if you partner with a great group that handles Salesforce integration, you can be up and running in a couple of weeks. The more customization that you take and the more that you want to build it out, I mean, you can get into it, and it can be a never-ending process. But the flexibility with Salesforce really allows a lot right off the shelf. So just depends on what your needs are.
Yeah, we're looking at a CRM right now. You know, we have one now, and we're looking at changing, you know, and I don't know if Salesforce is the one for us. And I know to your point, and talking to Dave as well, you know, it's more than just a CRM too. It's almost like an operating system, the way it runs now, right?
Absolutely.
And that may be much for us right now. So I may want to pick your brain about this.
Well, you sure can. Too. I'll let you have what's left. You can have that.
I'll just pick at the crumbs.
Pick at the crumbs.
Oh my gosh, this is great. Katie's got a question here. She says, does that mean I get to be the princess of cars then?
How could she not be the princess of cars? I mean, seriously, have you seen her LinkedIn campaigns? I mean, she's got the cutest little pink cars. She's our L. She is Reindeer's L. We love her. So yes, Katie, you may be the princess of cars.
Yeah, I remember that reminds me of my early in my marriage. You know my wife Olivia. You've known her.
I love her by the way.
Before we were married, and she's very fond of you, and probably because you keep me in line mostly and watch me when she's not around. But you know, we early in our you know, being together and everything. We were somewhere on a holiday dinner or something like that, and everyone was drinking wine. That's always the way these good stories start, right? And my mom said to her, she's like, "Oh, you're just such a little princess, aren't you?" And Olivia's like, I guess. And my mom says, "But I'm the queen." And I was like,
to be clear,
okay, here we go. walking. Yeah. And I've never let her forget it.
You know, it's funny that you say that. A mother of sons. It's interesting how I have 3 grown children, and all boys. And it is funny how we allow the women in their lives to get acclimated. And it's pretty clear. You know, I'd like to believe that all of my sons, you know, used me as the benchmark to, you know, find their wives. And I love them all. So if that's what they used, I thought that was a brilliant strategy.
Well, they say they marry your mother, you know, whether you like it or
Just
not,
saying.
you know.
Yeah. Special relationships.
You know, I'm really curious, you know so much about auto shipping, and you really are, you know, I joke about you're the queen of cars, but I mean, you really are, and you know so much about this business, and I would love to hear from your experience, what really does make Reindeer different from an experience and from a company standpoint?
You know, I think that for me personally, when I looked at Reindeer as an opportunity, it was their focus on the human side of relocation, right? It was their focus on, I mean, you can take a look at the tagline, everybody go out there, real personal service, right? Matter of fact, it's so committed and it's culture driven that the actual name of the internal proprietary software we use is called RPS, right? It's ingrained. So, for me, it's the culture of the service at Reindeer that stood out the most, right? There's a lot of things that you can do, and people would say, and I can tell you after having been in the moving business, and shout out to all you movers, I think you are so underappreciated. But when you start getting into autos, it sounds simple. You move a car or whatever. There's
does
so
from
much.
the outside looking in.
It does, right?
Simple.
But cars are personal. And, I don't know about most of you, but there's people that have maybe some, great fond memories of their vehicles, maybe some unhealthy attachments to their vehicles. I don't know. Maybe it needs therapy. But, when you start looking at what their true story is and understanding what all they've got going on, and you can make that process personal and you can understand. I mean, we like to believe it's the discovery and what your needs are. And then how do we facilitate that discovery? I think that's the thing that identifies Reindeer different. And I think that that's the thing that Reindeer continues to focus on. And it's one of the reasons I'm glad to be there. It makes my heart happy because it literally from top down, everybody's focused on that experience.
You talk about experience and, here we are in 2025 and we're just surrounded by talk of technology daily. And it's all I see on my news feed. And I'd love to hear from your thought. You talked about the evolution of relocation, but I mean, what is the role of technology in the auto shipping process and in the service delivery process? I mean, just I'd love to hear your philosophy around that. What's your theory on that?
It's a great question, Ben, and thoughts on that. And we hear so much. I mean, my initial take on everyone's take, like you've seen the whole dialogue about Amazon and what that means with what they've been doing with, bringing in integration and technology and systems, is that people feel threatened by that. So I think that leads to people's maybe apprehension, if that's a fair statement, about what does AI mean, or you look at that intervention. But I'm a big fan of AI. I will tell you, I have a tendency to be really a technology nerd. I know some of you may find that crazy. And my sons would tell you that that's not true because they still program my remote for my TV. But
I was going to say, you blurred out your background all by yourself.
Yes.
I didn't hardly have to. I was impressed.
Well, thanks for recognizing that skill set. But I really am a big fan of that. But as a customer of things, right, there's a threshold to that. I am that person when you dial a phone number and you don't get what you want. I know enough about telecom that I'm zeroing out to get to a live human being when I want a live. I have zero tolerance for that, right?
Yeah.
So, again, I think that if you can find that right hybrid, right? If you can utilize technology and you have flexibility and choice for your customer's journey, right? You can use your technology to leverage low value tasks, your data entry things, your automation, and maybe even a little bit of help screening to get you the right people. But at the end of the day, it is the people. It's that human heart that people want to hear. It's that human touch that they still want to have. So it's the experience you have there. You allow them to choose that. And utilizing technology gives you the capacity to have that human available when you need them, right?
Yeah.
So it just is the values. To me, that's the best of both worlds, if you're asking me.
Yeah. So it sounds like then kind of using it for operational efficiencies so that the humans can be kind of available to talk to other humans and be available to serve.
Yes.
Yeah.
And, I think that touches point with, we talk a lot about the demographics and things like that and about how people like to be serviced. And, I recognize what demographic I fall in. And I'm probably more of a phone person. I'd much rather do that because, again, just like this, I like to have this kind of dialogue. But that doesn't mean that I don't appreciate a real quick answer. If I'm just looking up something.
But a good phone call is sometimes the quickest answer.
That great point. It absolutely is. Back in the day,
picking up the phone is quick.
Yes. Do you remember back in the day? And I still believe this to be a true philosophy, Ben, that how you utilized email. It should never be more than just a couple of lines. And if it's something that has less than a positive tone to it. You need to pick up the phone and have the dialogue.
Well, yeah, and you reminded me of that as well recently. And you're right. And you're absolutely right. We all fall into no, but we all fall into this trap, you know?
We do.
And to be completely honest, I mean, I think we trick ourselves and think that messaging somebody is faster than calling because you don't got to do the, hey, how's it going? How's your day? Small talk, small talk. Blah, blah. But the truth of the matter is, we write an email, and if it's an email of any importance whatsoever, we have to craft it, right? So we got to put on our thinking cap, right? And we're okay. I hope everything is well in your world. Great seeing you in Salt Lake City. Your session was fantastic. Great seeing you at the party. Blah blah blah. You know, did a little something here. A little. Hey, how does this sound? Hey, can you proof this real quick? Does this sound too bitchy? Does this sound okay?
Yes.
Okay, fine,
Yes.
cool. And then I got to
Yes.
do the ask in here, and then I got to sign off, and then I got to give the choice between two, and then I got to look at my calendar, and then like, yo, it's 20 minutes later before we sent the dang email.
You're like, really?
And it
Wow,
took me
how
a
can that
3-minute,
even be?
45-second phone call.
Absolutely. You're so point on, Ben. I really do. And I think that again, that's a nice touch when you get a chance to talk with someone. Now, I do respect that we all have been in this business for a long time, and we know that during peak season, sometimes you're like, listen, I would love to have dialogue with you, but can you ping me something quick? Can we get this or what have you? But at the end of the day, it's that communication and that relationship that, hey, listen, Ben, I'm going to call you because I have this issue, this challenge. I'm going to get on with you a few minutes. By the time we get finished, we've answered the question. I'm going to say, hey, it was great chatting to you. Boom, we're done, right? Move forward. So I think that, again, going back to that technology, if we understand, and again, I don't want to sound like an old woman here, but I do think that some of the consequence of 2020 is we've lost the art of communication.
Yes, I do agree. No, and sometimes we send emails because we wouldn't want to say it to somebody or ask it of
Mm-hmm.
somebody, or yeah, it makes us feel funny in our tummy to say whatever we're gonna
Yes,
say. So then we shouldn't write in an email either. You
right,
know, if you can't say it
right.
like to someone's face or on a phone call, then you probably, I don't, yeah, like it doesn't, writing in an email doesn't make it any better. Caroline says calling is quicker and the tone cannot be misunderstood. 100%.
It really is the truth. Have you ever crafted an email? And thank goodness, I mean, I think one of the things I learned early on was that if you have, I'm going to call it an attitude, or maybe you're just pissed off and you craft it, please don't send it. Right? Have you had to think through, or have you ever sent one that maybe you're like, oh, I can't recall that now?
I sent a couple this year where I knew what I was doing.
Yeah.
And I knew full well. And I was like, I had the gas can and the matchbook, and I was sitting under the bridge, and I'm just like, and I knew it, and I knew it, and I knew it, and I knew it, and I knew they knew it, and I knew they knew I knew it, and I sent it. I sent it anyway, and I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. That's
I feel
tough.
like I shouldn't have sent the email, but at the same time, I also, you know why I did it though? I did it because my team was not getting respected, was getting
Mm,
disrespected, and I wasn't I wasn't I wasn't gonna take it anymore.
yeah.
And so I did it kind of for my team, I think, really, honestly.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it was the right move. I don't know that I was like proud of myself in doing it. I don't know if I
Yeah.
should have done it. Um, but
Yeah.
I did it. I did it. Did it.
Well, I think the thing of it is that, like we just defined, really a dialogue like that is
I'm gonna
probably
send it to you.
better
I'm gonna send it
in
to
a
you
call.
after this. I'm gonna
I
send
want
it
now
to you
I'm
after this.
dying. I want to see
I'm gonna
it.
send it to you after this. I'm gonna send it to you
Yeah,
after
totally
this.
want to know. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, and I know full well. So I'm like, yo, I played through like I went through a 5-year plan in my brain.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, this is a 5-year commitment. This email is a 5-year. This email, a lot of people have to retire for this email to be okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah. I
and I
love
did.
it.
I was like, well, how
But
far away are these people from retirement? 1 year, 2 year, 3. Okay, yeah, I'm good. All right, son. Here we go.
Yeah.
Charles B
Yeah.
says, I like that. A couple this year. Yeah, Charles, no lie, bro. Hey, that's love and reload, man. We keep it real, buddy. 100%.
Yeah.
Rob Zeitz. Yeah, have y'all sent an email that y'all were like, do y'all have a strategy for those emails? Do y'all not send those emails? Do y'all breathe? Is there someone in your circle of trust that will stop you and say, put the keyboard down? How do
Yeah.
you handle that? Rob Zeitz says, hello from Cambridge, Mass. We need email filters that screen out things that could sound aggressive intentionally or accidentally. Yes, like when when I'm on Instagram and I post something and they're like, are you sure you want to post this? This sounds like the type of comment that
Yeah.
people get banned for. And I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
fine, Mark
Okay, maybe I'll
Zuckerberg.
tweak a few words.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think it's to the other point about it is that you and I, because we've known each other for so long, I could probably I would not call it aggressive, maybe assertive email to you. And you be, hey, are you having a rough day? I mean, what is your problem today? Right. I mean, I think that there's some that when you have a relationship, maybe
Yes.
can extend a little bit. If you don't really know someone,
Oh yeah.
you don't know how they're interpreting it. I mean,
Oh
wow.
yeah.
Yeah. Big impact,
yeah.
big consequence, man. So yeah.
Katie
says no regrets. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. What, Katie, are you thinking of this meme? You know the meme with the guy with the tattoo and it says no regrets and it's spelled RAGRETS and it's no regrets. That's one of my favorites.
Mine too.
That's my life. No regrets.
Oh, no regrets.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh man. But the funny thing is the more responsibility you have, the more you gotta pump the brakes because your actions, my actions have ramifications to other people, right? I have other people that are counting.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I mean, I think that's true. And it's a buzzword. I say it's a buzzword, but something that, I've really been focusing, you see in a lot of these different assessments is your emotional intelligence, right? Being able to control that, because I would say that I have my moments where I can be pretty fiery, or sassy or a couple of things. But again, to your point, when there's a difference in passion and being emotionally intelligent. And sometimes those lines can get blurred. And it is true, as leaders, we have a responsibility to make sure that, we're doing and saying the right things because we are leading by example.
Well, that's a great point, right? And culture starts at the top, right? And so if we're out here being wild and crazy, then we're giving our team permission to be wild and crazy, and sometimes they don't make the same value judgments. Katie's yes for sure. Rob Zeitz, a team defending email is something that should be printed out and put on display in the office for all to see. Yeah, we read it aloud. But you know what? At the same time, if you send those crazy wild emails, I'm also very, very good at apologizing, as Erin knows
you better
also.
Be. Listen, you're the best.
If you screw up royally, you got to apologize royally too. I feel like those are.
Yeah, I just want to give you a hug afterwards. You know what I mean? It's all good.
I appreciate you so much.
It's all good.
Speaking of, you're my work mom. Speaking of which, my mom called me. She's probably watching this. She never watches. Why are you calling me, mom? She probably wants to take me to lunch tomorrow.
That would be great.
It's my birthday tomorrow, Erin.
Are you serious? Happy birthday, Ben. Yeah. Early birthday. What do you got? Do you have big plans? What are you gonna do?
I'm throwing a party. Don't tell nobody. I'm throwing a party tomorrow. Actually, I'm not throwing it. Daisy. Well, my team's throwing a party for me tomorrow. There's Sammy. She's throwing it too. Yeah.
Way to go, Sammy.
Yeah. Right. Yep. She getting extra credit. So yeah, they're throwing a party for me at Sidecar Social in Addison. Starts at 5:00, so everybody's invited. Awesome. So if you're watching this, you're invited. Rob from Cambridge, Massachusetts, get on a plane, come on down. Charles is never going to come, he says. Never. Okay, fine. Forget you, Charles.
So I have a question about this, though. Is this a milestone birthday?
Yeah, 43. Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah. Oh my God. Stop. Just stop right now. Stop.
But 43 hit me really hard, though. Like 43.
Did it really?
Yeah, I'm an old 43. I'm an old 43. Yeah.
Well, I want you to know my 40s were my best decade.
Was it?
I loved being in my
Okay.
40s. Yeah. Yeah. It's that fine line where you have enough experience that you're not just cocky, right? Practical
Mm.
application, maturity,
That's
but
probably
there's still that
45 for me. But
that youthful fun. So it's
yeah,
all great. Yeah, I loved my 40s. They were great.
yeah.
Yeah.
I it's good. It's good. Every decade holds something new
Hmm.
and rich, I'm sure. So
Absolutely.
yeah, I feel very fortunate to have a great team that's um that's throwing me a party.
You do. You know what? You have a great team. I
Thank
mean,
you.
they are all seriously rock stars,
Yeah, they're
truthfully.
really great.
Yeah.
They're really fortunate. And
Yeah.
it's so funny when when I started Glomo, I wanted to start a company that I wanted to work at, right? Because like, we all work at a bunch of companies in our career and some are better than others and they all have positives and negatives and whatever. And after a while I was just tired. I was just like, yo, like why can't I find like the 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 one that checks all the boxes, And I was like, let me try to let me try to make that. Let me try to create that, and so I don't know. I'm trying to do that, and it's still there's a couple things we could do better, but we're trying over here to make it really cool and fun, and a place where people can be successful. So, and uh, and we have great client partners and friends, like you
Yeah.
and Debbie and Reindeer and all our friends out there and the folks that watch the
That's
show and
right.
stuff too, and y'all are just a really big part of the fabric of the Glomo community too, and we love y'all so much, and just it wouldn't
That's
be
so
the same
sweet.
without y'all. So
I feel like I just want to virtually hug right now. Can we
I
do a
could use it.
kumbaya
Give me a
moment?
hug. Oh, come on down.
Aww. Here it
Come on
is.
down. I don't know what your commute's like, but if you leave now, you could probably get you a margarita or something. You
Listen,
know,
I'm always up for a
you know what I'm saying?
margarita.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So hey, we'll send you the address tomorrow. I don't know what you're doing, but you're welcome, Erin, to come on by.
Well, listen, I love it. And if I'm not
Hey,
with you, I will have a cocktail in your
okay.
honor. I promise you one of
If
those two things will
if I
happen.
if I FaceTime you at like 9 o'clock, just
I would
know.
answer with a cocktail, just so
There
you
you
know.
go. There
Yeah,
you go.
for sure.
Awesome. We're having a good time here.
Yeah.
This is cool. I want to ask you, Erin. You've had a really neat career, and as I've gotten to know you, kind of, and really understand your story more fully, I'd love to ask you what advice maybe you'd have for early career people who are looking to have kind of a full career in this space.
Oh gosh, that's a loaded question. I will
All those
say
little
that
princesses of cars out there that are just those emerging, those budding princesses of cars that are out there.
oh, I love my little budding princess. I will tell you, I think that for me is that I have been so blessed, Ben, honestly, and I've heard you talk about it the same way. But in my career, that I've had people or mentors that believed in me and said, you know what, we think you can do something more. So when you think about, that opportunity and, being able to be, I don't want to say, it's not industry agnostic, right? So like, again, I've been in telecom, a person for me that can't grow a plant to save their life. I was working and built out a call center for, a nursery, different things like that, where you pick up little tips and things like that. It's very blessed. And so for me to get exposure to different things that allowed me to identify, one, what do I believe in? What do I want to, what do I want to pursue? And then three, how do I go about it? And if you'll indulge me, I want to tell a little story. And this is the
Yeah.
strength, I think, of a good mentor. So early on in my career, I was a team lead, and I was about 22, and I had all the answers for everything. And I was working for a printing company at the time.
Isn't
And
it funny
back in
how
the
smart you
day,
are at 22?
I knew everything. I mean,
What happened?
everything. Seriously. I mean, and I could drink. So I was like, what else is there? Right. So, all things being said, right, I worked for a printing company. And back then, everything was paper, right? So we would put work orders on these papers, and then they would get filed away. And I had an employee call in sick one day, And I go to my boss at the time and said, so-and-so is out, what do you want to do? And she goes, well, you need to go out there and pull it. And I swear to you, this happened. I looked at her and I said, I'm a team lead. Like, go pull files? And she looks at me and she goes, yeah, you need to go pull files, right? I will tell you, I was so irritated. I was beyond irritated. So I put on my little thing and I'm moving boxes and I'm pulling things, and I am not loving this mentor of mine at the time, who was also my manager, right?
Right.
So at the end of the day, I come in and she goes, come in and have a seat. And I said, okay. She goes, are you still pissed at me? And I said, yes, I am. She said, okay. But she goes, what'd you discover while you were out there? And I'm like, well, first of all, these files don't need to be like this. We need a different organization system. We need to do it or whatever. And she goes, and that is why you went out there to pull those files. Understand, being a leader is not just the task. It's that continuous improvement. And I will tell you, I've had all of those moments. I have opportunities for those moments to get over myself and to learn at each opportunity. So my advice to young people getting into the space is find a good mentor, right? Find somebody that you look up to. Look for tips of how you can be better in your role. How can I be a good leader? Because obviously you're looking up to them. So lean to that experience that can help you down that path and do your personal development. I think that's really underrated.
Oh my gosh, I love that story. It reminds me of a story I have as well. It reminds me of, find people that will tell you uncomfortable things and will give you hard feedback, because those people are telling you the truth. I find nowadays people have such an aversion to conflict and to tough conversations and to anything that's just not smooth sailing and easy peasy, copacetic, that finding someone that talks, that shoots you straight and will tell you that when you're being a jackass, or tell you that you need to work harder, or tell you that those people are telling you the truth and you need to cling to them, because they're hard to find, frankly.
They really are.
It's not like back in the days. I mean, back in the 80s and the 90s, when you'd have all these abusive managers and people that toxic. I mean, honestly, like, we've swung so far the other way that you can't even get a good piece of feedback anymore, And so now it's like you got to almost search out for those people, because those people actually care about you. Because the easy thing is to just ignore you. And just not tell you anything, and just not talk to you, freeze you out, and then let you go under some auspices, and under some other reason. Instead, they're actually digging in and making you a better person. I remember I had a boss, Christine Pierce, Chief Marketing Officer at Pods, and she used to tell me, Ben, feedback is a gift. And as soon as you heard that, it was like Pulp Fiction, right? When Samuel L. Jackson's character, would start quoting Bible scripture, he said, usually that meant your ass. Because when I'd say that, that was usually the last thing somebody heard, And so when she said, Ben, come in and close the door, feedback is a gift, usually that meant my ass, because she was about to tell me something that was about to rip my soul out through my nose. And so she'd sit me down and she'd just totally, eviscerate me. But some of the best things I ever heard was from Christine, And I still think about it to this day. And I was 24, 25, 26 years old, and it shaped me. It still shapes me, Oh, gosh, 20 years later. I remember I was just telling this story. I was having this conversation with Daisy, and we were joking. We were like, you ever been put on a PIP before? And I was like, I remember being put on a PIP. I always thought of myself as a high performer, right? And I was a supervisor at an early age, at 22, 23, 24, whatever it was, kind of like yourself, right? And you think you just know everything and you're the smartest person on the floor, whatever, right? And I was arrogant, and I didn't have kids, so I didn't have any of the humility or life experience that comes along with that stuff, and all that. And we were in a team meeting, and I was shooting my mouth off from the back, my director in front of everybody, and whatever. And later that day, he calls me in the office, and he puts me on a performance improvement plan. And my performance improvement plan, I was a supervisor of 25 people on my sales team, but he puts me on a performance improvement plan where I had to go sit on the real-time adherence desk, which is the workforce management RTA desk. It basically just makes sure everyone in the call center is where they need to be at the moment, right? So if you're on a break and it's 16 minutes and you're a 15-minute break, I'm on a walkie-talkie like, hey, where's Jim? He's a minute late on his smoke break, whatever, right? Back when people smoke cigarettes. Where's Tanya? She's just 17 minutes on a 15 minutes. You'll go, she's in the bathroom. Okay, tell somebody knock on the door, because we need her back on the phone. So the call's holding, that type of stuff, right? And I was like, these people are, crazy. This is, fascism, whatever, right? And so I was running my mouth. So he made me go sit on that desk 2 days out of the week. And just like you learn pulling files, I learned the guts of the call center and how this stuff is like, how it works.
Yes.
And I
Yes.
came out of that with like so much understanding of the math, the algorithms behind call
Yes.
routing and everything. And it made me so much more valuable as a leader, and allowed me these skills that brought me to super high levels later in my career. But it was very humbling in that moment because I was doing the work of an hourly employee. Anyway, it's just it's so valuable though.
It really is. And I think that, when you have a great mentor, sounds like the ones that you've had and the ones that I've had, their time, it's their confidence in you that they take their time. There's a value that they feel for you. You're like, hey, I want to give you this. And it's really a gift. And you know what, Ben, I think that goes beyond just like those managerial roles too. I mean, the way I view, when somebody says, hey, this move didn't go well or whatever, that's also a gift because it's easy to walk away. It's easy to walk away from a person. It's easy to walk away from a business. That's a silent leaving, But if someone's willing to tell you, hey, this is what I really did not enjoy. This is what I think needs to have improvement. That is the gift. And if we can, as people, learn to accept it graciously and say, okay, so here's what I do with this now. I take it proactive instead of wallowing in it. Now I can succeed. So again, if you're new in this industry, find a good mentor. I know WERC does a great job with mentorship programs, or, go out there and look at your LinkedIn profile and, find people that you look up to. And, again, use that to help guide you through this career.
Yeah. I love it. And I think you need mentors in your job and mentors outside your job. The mentors, through like a WERC, are going to teach you about brand building. They're going to teach you about networking. They might teach you about industry knowledge, things like that. But they're not probably going to be able to observe your work product. They're not going to be able to tell you the way you're showing up, late to work or not professionally or not prepared or, not carrying your bag properly at work or whatever. So you kind of need both types,
You do need both. Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, super interesting. Erin says hard work translates across all industries. That's a fact, Jack.
That is a fact.
100%. Richard, late arrival from London. Hey, Ben, have a great day tomorrow. Thank you, Richard. I appreciate it. What's for dinner, Richard? Awesome. Yeah. Hey, Erin, also another party. We are doing a Christmas party. December 4th, a Glomo Christmas party. 'Twas the night before Christmas. NTRP breakfast is December 5th. We're doing it 'twas the night before Christmas, December 4th, for everybody coming in out of town, for all our locals, whatever. It's going to be great. It's going to be right here in the office. We're going to have an office Christmas party. It's going to be crazy. We're going to have games. We're going to have a photo booth. We're going to have
reindeer games.
Reindeer games. We're going to have real deer in here. Yes.
I love it.
Yeah, maybe some goats. Maybe bring some goats. Maybe, I don't know.
Some yoga. I don't know.
Maybe whatever. Anything goes. I'm the boss. We do whatever we want. So yeah, we don't even have HR. It's great. We can do whatever we want. It's old school. Yeah, it's gonna be phenomenal. So I highly encourage you to come. It's gonna be great. 3 to 6, December 4th.
Got it.
Daisy's over there rolling her eyes. She's like, oh my goodness. Here we go.
Bless her heart.
Yeah, bless her heart. Hey, you know what? Let's have some fun. Speaking of some fun, you want to play a game with me, Erin?
Let's play a game. Yes.
Let's do it. All right. We're going to play a little overrated, underrated. Do you know how to play the game, Erin?
I do.
You do. You actually do. I know you do.
I do.
For everyone out there, let's play along at home. Hit that like button. Get in the comments. I'm going to give Erin a topic. She is going to tell me if it is either overrated or underrated, and we will tell her if she is correct. So let's get in the comments here. Overrated, underrated. Only the smart people laugh at that joke. Overrated, underrated. First one up. Lump sum relocations. Overrated or underrated?
Overrated.
Yeah, they've been overrated. They're
They have been
so
overrated.
overrated. They're so overrated. They might be underrated.
They are touche. I will tell you, the thought of giving someone that is on a lump sum program, here's your cash, figure it out. And I have relocated in a lump sum program. You can't work with this to relocate themselves. It's not going to work out, right? Help them manage it. Give them a managed budget, right? Help them with that partnership. So yeah, I am all about those are way overrated. I hope there's nobody here working on policy, but yeah, that's my take.
Well, yeah, I gave Jill a lump sum. She made it. She's not happy. It could be a failed
Yeah,
assignment. We don't know. Jury's out.
TBD.
Jury's out. Katie says
Yeah,
agree, overrated. This is
yeah.
great. Oh my gosh. All right. Easy one. Easy one. All right. Next one up. Overrated, underrated, company culture.
Well, this one, it's definitely, I think, underrated, but I don't know that it's also appreciated enough because company culture is top down, right?
Hmm.
If you really want it implemented, it's top down, but I think it's one of those things that is really underrated. It's
Okay.
huge. It drives
We
everything.
talk about it a lot, but I don't know if we understand it. And
It's a
to be
great,
honest with you,
that's a great point.
I don't know that I understand it in large companies. In small companies, I get it. Like in our little ecosystem here at Glomo, right? I get it. But like I don't know how big companies do it. Like how does a company with like thousands of employees across multiple sites and even countries do that? I don't even know.
You know what? That's a great question. That would be something for someone to really share with us because your point is really valid. I think that, company culture is what defines the organization. And that's
Hmm.
that line that everybody knows to walk. Do we align with the culture or not? And we talk about it, in different things. You hear it typically tied to, services our culture. Well, what does that even mean? So
What
it's
does that
how do you
mean? Yeah.
demonstrate that? Yeah. How do you demonstrate that? Technology is our culture. What does that mean? How do you demonstrate that? So I do think it's a great question, but to your point, in smaller organizations, I think that philosophically that's what aligns it. And I think that I can tell you, at least from my experience in sales, service, and marketing, when you're recruiting and looking for people like that, you're trying to find people that align with what your core culture is, right? Whatever that
Hmm.
may be. Because the likelihood of success is by far much greater, right?
Hmm. Yeah, oh,
So, anyway,
100%. We look at fit. I mean, we look at fit like so as recruiters, we look
yes,
at fit probably even maybe more than skill sets. Um, we look at fit. We're like, does this person fit at this company? And
yeah,
and we want diversity of experiences, diversity, I mean cultural, and we want diversity, but they have to fit. They have to have the same values, for instance, right?
yes,
And
correct.
and they have to fit, or else it just doesn't work. So I think fit is probably the most underrated thing, and that to me is the culture of the employee and the culture of the company, and do they mesh?
I
Really, yeah,
agree.
really interesting. All right, next one up. 2 points for Erin. Let's see. Overrated, underrated, large group chats.
Overrated. We have a family chat. Now, we all know, those of you that know me and love me, know that I have the humor of a 12-year-old boy. Well, the problem with that is that in our family chats, I've got grandmas and nannies and
Yeah.
everybody else in it. So, it's like, okay, listen, I can't really say what it needs to be. It gets blogged in there and everybody's trying to reply to it and you're 10 spots back and it's too much. That's my feeling. Too much.
I love this point, right? How big of a chat, get in the chat right now. How big of a chat is too big of a chat? Is there a magic number? Is 3 the magic number? Is 6 the magic number? Is 10? How big is too big? Get in the comments right now. Everyone has to have an opinion about this. How big is too big of a group text chat thread? Sammy, how
That's a
big is too
great
big?
question.
8, 8 plus 8 or more than 8? More than 8. Eight's the number. Think of this. Okay, Erin, right now, think of the chat right now that's just pissing you off. How many people are in this chat?
Okay, this is embarrassing, but I get overwhelmed more than three.
3? No, I
That's the
think that's
cap.
valid. No, because we talk about culture, right? I
Yeah.
think three is valid. Because there's 3 is like a margarita happy hour, right?
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah,
More
there's
than
a
that, I'm
vibe
thinking
here.
too much.
There's a vibe here. These vibes don't need to be together.
They don't need to be good. Yeah,
No.
exactly.
Different jokes, different memes,
Totally.
different demographics.
Totally. Yes.
No.
Totally.
Katie says more than two.
More than two.
Katie's like, listen, it's an
She's an
AB
AB
conversation.
kind of girl.
See your way out.
Yeah, for
Oh
sure.
my God. Daisy said, I try not to reply in large chats.
Right?
You know, so I'm with you, right? So these family chats, right? So I moved to Texas, my first mistake, right? Second mistake, everybody gets in these chats, right? And everybody down here is all like Southern and nice. And, oh, we gonna meet up on Sunday at 2:00 for, baby Emma's birthday party and blah, blah, blah. Bring the, pet the pony and get the, whatever, we're getting snow cones and what, blah, 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 right? And then my dumb ass had a couple cocktails, right? And I throw in a meme or something, about like I throw in some Talladega Nights, meme or something,
Totally
right?
inappropriate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden now, and then all of a sudden the group chat goes quiet, right? And like, did I cancel the birthday party? Am I not invited? Or did y'all just start another chat? Like, I feel like I pissed
You know
in the
what? That's
Cheerios a lot
actually
on these
another
group
really
chats.
good. You put it on somebody else, your next guest, but another really good overrated, underrated would be texting while during cocktail hour.
Mm.
Don't ask me that, but you give it to some other person. Your next group, your next person. Yeah.
And here's another one is the group chat rule. And we're not getting enough participation, by the way. Charles Beatty, Aaron Causey, Rob Zeitz, Katie Garcia. What's your number? Put it in the comments here. I don't see y'all participating. Richard Majewski, I see y'all out there. I need to see you in the comments. What is too many people in the group chat? What's the number? Get in here. Because I'm about to ask another question, follow-up question.
Okay.
Is this number strongly correlated to how many people's too many on an email thread?
What a nice softball, right? So I love, yes, and yes, right? Like, okay, email etiquette, you hit a hot spot for me, right? Like, seriously, we are a society or culture. I hate to say this, but we're CYA and we throw everybody, and I'm not talking about Reindeer specific. I'm talking about my personal life.
Yeah, just
right? You throw all these
everybody.
bodies in. Yeah.
Especially with RMCs, right? Oh, God forbid we're working with RMC.
Serious.
We got to put the counselor, we got to put the counselor supervisor, we got to put the move team, we got to put the transferee spouse, maybe the kid because maybe they're not home, maybe the car shipper, maybe the driver, maybe the terminal manager, maybe the guy that made the car.
Absolutely. And you know what we do when we do that? And we've got 5,000 people on an email string, right? And then we fail to identify what our ask is and who's responsible for the ask. Right? So like now you've got 5,000 people all trying to resolve the same thing. So yeah, soapbox topic for me, sir. Wow. Yeah, that was big. That was big.
Yeah.
Erin says that it doesn't matter as long as everybody's the same maturity level.
Yeah, let's see here. You got to read my man. Aaron Causey, you got to read my man. Oh, let's see. Never too large if similar maturity levels. Okay.
So
Oh, he said I gotta read. Oh, so maybe we're on a delay here. Maybe that's what it is. Yeah. Aaron's like, because I'm calling people out and he's getting all the listen. I'm in the chat. You gotta read, man. Okay. Rob Zeitz says 5 totals of max basketball team. Just the starters, though, not the bench.
Just the starters, not the bench. Yeah.
Charles Beatty says 8 with family. Similar maturity level is key. Yeah, that's the thing too. We can't be having different generations. We can't have we can't. It's not tequila. We can't have tres generaciones here. Okay, we can't be having. No. We don't have the abuelas can't be on here with the niños. No. No bueno.
That's a faux pas.
Daisy says 4 max. I like 4. 4 is a good number. 3's better. Yeah, for sure. Let's see here. We're in here. Katie says too many is when the email needs a moderator.
Touche.
Yes, I love it. This is great. Okay. Yeah, like large group chats.
Mm.
Overrated. I'm with you. Listen, I'm big on like, hey, it's my birthday tomorrow, y'all. We're partying over here, 5 o'clock. See you there, be square. But then it's almost like, can we set this like where y'all can't respond? It's like a one way. Like it's just like
It's just an announcement.
yeah,
Yeah, a
no
PSA.
no reply at glomo.com. Like, can we just
Yeah,
yeah, it's just an
for
announcement.
sure.
That's what we need.
Yeah.
Yeah, grandma don't need all that. That's right, Charles. That's
Uh,
right.
no.
All right. Next one. How many we got, Sammy? Two more. Dos mas. All right. All right. Next ball up. Pumpkin spice. Overrated, underrated.
Overrated.
Do you
Overrated.
know this might be my most popular overrated, underrated?
Seriously?
People I love to hate pumpkin spice.
It is just everywhere. Pumpkin spice Cheerios, pumpkin spice Pop Tarts, pumpkin spice lattes. I mean, I can't even. And I like pumpkin spice, but too
Yeah.
much, man. Too
Pumpkin
much.
spice might be the Dallas Cowboy of coffees. Okay. Because you're right, it's everywhere, and everyone loves to hate it,
Yeah.
and yet it keeps selling units. It just keeps
Yeah, for
selling
real.
units.
It's a thing. It's totally a thing. I don't need pumpkin spice in my life. Everything,
I
right?
don't know the last time I ordered pumpkin spice anything, but I do enjoy a nice little pumpkin pie.
So do I. And I will say this, I did, we just spent some time in New York at IAM, Ben, and I don't know if
Yeah,
you got a chance to go over to Junior's.
I did. I ate at Junior's. Yes.
Okay, I did too, and I may or may not have gone into a cheesecake, hangover, but it was so good. But they have a pumpkin cheesecake, like a pumpkin pie cheesecake. I did order that for Thanksgiving, just so you know. I did
See,
do
the
that.
hypocrisy is palpable on this
That I
show.
did do.
Y'all come in here guns out, coming at the throat of Pumpkin Spice and Howard Schultz,
Yeah,
and then on the low, y'all just gobble up the cheesecake in a
yeah,
closet
that is
somewhere. Like,
true.
what? Get out of here! Come
Okay, there may
on,
be some
people.
truth to that.
There's a
Okay,
reason. This is why these people come out here and they tell you one thing, and in the privacy of their homes, they're over here doing a whole nother thing. All right, that's
that's
why
okay.
they're
At
still
least I did
moving.
like a taxi cab confessional. All right, I shared up front. I
You're absolved. You're
recognized the
absolved, my
hypocrisy.
child. Three
Thank
Hail
you, thank
Marys.
you, thank you, Father.
Robert Zeitz, I could see pumpkin spice being like the Cowboys around December. It's spent and gone. Oh,
Oh, it's the shame.
Rob. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh man. Rob Zeitz is like the Cowboys. I love to hate him. All right, last one up. Taco Tuesdays.
Listen, I think it's totally underrated. I think that to dedicate a day where you have no guilt about having tacos 5 times a week is totally underrated. I mean, it's almost a perfect food. Let's just be honest.
Taco Tuesdays is for unemployed people. I went to a taqueria yesterday. It was Tuesday. I went to a taqueria yesterday. I saw the line out the door. I went next door. I ate. I watched the people stand online while I ate and said, listen, I want a taco, but I'll come back for Taco Wednesday because I'll pay the extra dollar a taco and not wait on this line. Okay? Taco
Yeah.
Tuesday is like it's like not driving on toll roads. Listen, ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got
Well,
time for that. Here, George Bush, take my $1.25. Ain't nobody got
I will
time for
tell you,
that.
out here in my little community, all 500 people that are in my little community, we have a little. It's a little convenience store with the gas station, but we even
Ooh, love
Taco
it.
Tuesday out here. Those street tacos, you can
Yes.
get great sushi, but on
Okay.
Taco Tuesday you get tacos. And last night, a cheese and jalapeno tamale.
That sounds lovely.
It was wonderful.
Is there crazy lines though?
No, you
Okay,
call
see.
in and you
Yeah,
just
I'm
pick
down
it.
with
Matter of
that.
fact, where I live, I call it in and I get my little Polaris and drive up to get it. That's my life, man.
My little Polaris. What is the little Polaris? Is that a quad or what? What is that?
Yeah,
Like a Gator?
it's like one of those little UTV, but it's 4-seater. It's
What's
camoed
a
out. I mean, that's who I am
UTV?
in my A
Utility.
utility vehicle, yeah, a little like
What's the T for?
I don't know what actually. That's a great question. Somebody
Ulterior
Google that and tell us
terrain
that.
vehicle?
It's a UTV. I don't know. You caught me off guard on that one. Um, Aaron Causey will tell us that
I feel like
somewhere.
a
I'm waiting on him
UTV
to
is
jump in
something
and
I
say
went to the
that.
health center for in college.
I was thinking the same thing, but that's that 12-year-old boy's sense of humor.
Golly.
Um,
Let's see. Daisy
so
makes a great point. Margarita Mondays are better than Taco Tuesday. Low key,
well,
great take.
yeah, you know what? But they follow each other very nicely, wouldn't you say, Daisy?
Yes, because you get hung over and then you need those greasy tacos.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Utility task vehicle.
Utility task vehicle.
Yeah,
That's
but
what it
ATV
is.
is
It's
an
a
all-terrain
four-seat.
vehicle.
So yeah.
No. See, they just needed an extra. They needed a letter there. That's task. You need to add task. Task is implied. Come on. Utility and task is redundant.
Hey, it's got a
Next.
bed on it that I can dump as a utility. I mean, it is what it
Okay.
is.
Oh, you know what? Task. It's got a bed. I'm like, yeah, okay. Aaron says you're on the wrong side of the Metroplex. Come on down south. Efficient and no lines. All right, Aaron. All right, I dig it. Katie says
Good
you
enough.
haven't lived until you've had a burrito from Allsup's in West
Allsup's.
Texas. Okay. All right. I drive through West occasionally. Rarely, but occasionally. Wow. You know what, Aaron? You might have went 5 for 5 today if I was counting. I can't count that high, but if I was, you might have went 5 for 5.
Woo!
I ain't that smart, but I think you might have done it. Gosh, so good talking to you. I always laugh so much
You
talking to you.
too. Same.
It's a real pleasure. You want to leave us with a final thought before we sign off? I know we're over time, but you want to leave us with you want to plug anything or leave us with a final thought?
Well, I just want to, roll everything back, to maybe kind of where we started this off is let's, during this season, as we enter this season of holidays, let's do our best to think about those that are maybe less fortunate, demonstrate gratitude for the good things in our life and be thankful for all that we are given. And I think that this industry, there's a lot of blessings out there, even so, though sometimes it may not feel that way. And if you're able to donate or you're able to do, share for those that are not necessarily able to do for themselves, I think that would be my parting message. And Reindeer does move utility terrain vehicles, just for the record. Is that shameless?
No, I mean, listen, nobody ever accused you of having shame. Okay, nobody ever said that. All right, we never said that.
Yeah, okay,
hey y'all, thank you so much for being here, y'all. Y'all have been a blast. What a great audience. Happy early birthday, Ben. Have a great day. Thank you
happy
so much,
birthday,
Rob.
Ben.
Appreciate you. Thank you so much, Aaron. You've been so much fun. Thanks everybody for tuning in today. We wouldn't have a show without you, so I really appreciate you all being here. Thanks so much, Sammy, for producing this show. Go ahead and hit that link and go ahead and donate to Erin's fundraiser. She's going to be rappelling down a building in Nashville. I'm sure everything will go fine. I'm sure it will.
I'm sure. I'm confident. And if
totally
not,
confident.
remember me fondly.
Yeah, we'll just play this back. We'll have plenty of video. We'll have enough where we can use AI to stitch something together and create a hologram or something.
Good.
It'll be like Tupac or something. Yeah, it'd be great.
Absolutely.
Anyway, all right, Aaron, I'll take care. Hopefully I see you soon. All right.
Absolutely. Much love, buddy.
Take care, everybody.